Not sure why you're not manifesting what you want yet? Think there might be a block that's stopping you? If so, you're in the right place. I've helped hundreds of people find and clear the blocks that are stopping them from manifesting what they want. If we haven't met yet, I'm Karen, and today I have a pick a card reading for you to give you clarity on one or more of your manifestation questions. So let's get into it. Okay, here we have our three piles. Pile 1, Pile 2, and Pile 3. Pile 1 has a seraphonite crystal with it. Pile 2 has a citrine crystal with it. And Pile 3 has a goldstone crystal with it. So you want to tune into your questions and see which of these piles you're drawn to for each of your questions. I'll put links below in the description for each of the timestamps for the reading to each pile. So pick the pile for your first question and I'll see you there. Welcome to the reading for Pile 1. We have the beautiful seraphonite crystal here. And seraphonite is known as the stone of the angels. It helps you understand the spiritual basis of life and opens up your psychic abilities. And it helps facilitate communication with the angelic realm, higher dimensional beings, and so on. And it's thought to raise your frequency as well, which is obviously going to help you with manifestation. So this is the significator I have for this reading. And this reading here is going to be based off of the stone and this card, since this is what you were attracted to. And for this, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. When it comes to manifestation, this is showing me it's more about a lack of staying the course and being committed to it. It's also like you're kind of in love with the idea of whatever it is that you're wanting to manifest, what your question is, rather than being sort of in love with what you actually need in your life that would truly make you happy deep down. So this is kind of telling me that your higher self has other plans and probably isn't going to be on board with what you're trying to manifest, but we will have a look at the details and see, because it could be as simple as a single block that is holding you back from manifesting this, or it could be something else. We will find out. So the first card, we have the Four of Wands reversed. And this is about what you're wanting to manifest and what it means for you in your life. And this tells me that you are wanting something that has to do with basically fitting in better with others or society, sticking more to the social norms than something that's actually aligned to your unique path. The higher spiritual paths mostly take you out of success, out of society, and what's considered normal is just the way it is. So this is looking like you're trying to manifest things your higher self isn't on board with, which does unfortunately kind of go with this. And what it wants you to do is to feel into the emotion behind why you are wanting to manifest this, whatever it is that you've set your sights on, you've got your question about. Does it expand you, or does it feel like more like something that you should want because, well, everybody wants that. So have a think about what it is that you are wanting to manifest with this, since you've picked this pile, and really, really focus in on it, because you need to find out whether your higher self is on board with it, because your higher self will block you manifesting something if it's not on board. So this needs to be, you and your higher self together need to be on board with this. So this is what I'm getting for this one. For this, what would the effect be if you got whatever it is you're trying to manifest into your life right now? What would it look like? And for this, we have the Three of Swords reversed. And what this says to me is you'd have a lot of inner grief, regret, sadness. Basically, it might look great on the outside, and it looks like something that, should make you happy. And it's currently the exact opposite. If you got it right now, it would actually make you miserable instead. So this is another reason you're looking like your higher self might not be on board with this, and why you have to ask yourself some really deep questions about what this is actually bringing to your life. So for this one, other than your higher self, what is actually stopping you manifesting whatever this is that your question is that you want? And for this, we have the Chariot reversed. To me, this is saying it's a lack of confidence, a lack of inner push-pull, like you're being dragged in two different directions over this. You feel that sort of indecision deep in your gut, like one side of you wants it, while the other side knows it won't do what you're hoping for if you get it. And all that inner turmoil is just draining your motivation, your focus, and your ability to focus on actually manifesting this, as well as lowering your confidence and making you think you're not worthy of having it. It's like you're not actually sure you want it, even though you're saying you do, because not all of you actually does want it. You've got these two different aspects that are trying to do this, and this is what's blocking you. This is what needs resolving. The whole of you has to want something if you're going to actually bring it into your life. So what do you need to do to move past this block? And for this, we have the Page of Swords reversed. What this is telling me is that you need to integrate the different parts of you that are, just pointing in different directions. And you need to do that to get round this so that, the whole of you is involved. You need to make sure that all the parts here, we're basically talking parts integration is what you need to do. And you need to make sure that all the parts are integrated to do this. And they're all pointing in the same direction, basically. And once you've done your parts integration, you might find that they're all pointing to a yes, you definitely do want to manifest this. Or you might be all pointing towards a no, I really don't want to manifest this. We don't know which way it's going to go. But either way, the whole of you needs to be in alignment and focusing on the same direction, or you're just going to continue to sabotage yourself and you're not going to get anywhere with this. It's all or nothing, basically. The whole of you has to be on board. So what new behavior will serve you better going forward? And for that, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. And what I'm getting from that is working on your self-confidence. Stop trying to be like other people and embrace being your own unique self instead. That's what's going to help you going forwards. This will make it much easier for you to know whether something that you think you want is actually something that fits with what you need in your life and will take you in the direction you ultimately want to go. And if you're being 100% honest with yourself, that's really what you want. You don't want to be, sort of trying to keep up with the Joneses, as they say. You want to be you, and you want to be getting stuff that is right for you, because that will lead you where you want to go. It's all about you. And this is a very, very Leo card. And, you are the center. And if you're trying to do something because you think you should, because other people want it, you're not being you and you're not being the center. And you need to be the center, the shining star in this. So you need to work out what it is that you want and what's like relevant for you and your life, and then start moving much more towards that and being confident about it. So lastly, as an end result. If you do all this, you do your parts into creation and it does turn out, whichever way, you get more confident and so on, and you decide, right, I'm going to manifest this, or you've decided after the parts into creation you're not, whichever it is. But at the end of this, what is the yes/no answer to the question that you have asked? And for this, we have the Ace of Swords reversed. So the short answer to this, to your question, is no. The Ace of Swords reversed basically is giving a massive thumbs down to what you are wanting, and then making sure the idea is completely, fully dead with a good swift stab of the sword in it as well, just to, really finalize it and make sure it's not coming back again. And I think you'll find this comes down to that song, Thank God for Unanswered Prayers. In time, I would think you will look back on this and thank yourself for not manifesting it, because it would have taken you away from something that's literally just around the corner, that's exactly what you need, that will help you grow into more of yourself and actually get you the life you want deep down. So while it might not be what you think you want right now, it's actually going to turn out to be a blessing in disguise that you'll only be able to see in hindsight. Also, one other thing about this spread, which is pretty amazing, is this is a fairly decent sized spread here. We've got 7 cards involved, and every single one of them is reversed. And it's actually the first time I've seen that in a decently sized spread. So I think that says a heck of a lot about what's going on here, as in this is not meant to be whatever this question was that you were trying to manifest. So I think it might be time to start looking at what you do want deep down and what you want out of life, so you can work on moving in that direction next. Drop a like, subscribe, and comment if this resonated. I'll drop a link below in the description to my pick a card video, What's Coming Next in Your Life, because I think you might want to watch that next and find out what direction your higher self is wanting you to move in. There's also a link to book a private reading in the description below if you want more clarity. I'm Karen from Soul Driven Tarot, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to the reading for pile 2. For this one, we have the citrine stone. And citrine magnifies the power of manifestation and increases motivation to achieve your goals, helps you attract financial opportunities. It's linked to commerce, trade, used to manifest financial abundance and business success. It also transmutes energy, and it's the only self-cleaning stone, and it also uplifts your mood, gives you clarity, personal power, attracts wealth, and generally boosts confidence. So really good stone to have in a manifestation pile. So let's look at the significator, because this entire reading is based off the 2 of these, because these are the 2 that you could see that you are attracted to. So for this, for our significator, we have the Knight of Wands. And when it comes to manifestation, this goes really well with the citrine, because this card is really helping you with your motivation and confidence to manifest what you're wanting to bring into your life. You basically got the support, the tools, and it shows you also have the courage. I mean, you're about to go and face a dragon here. The motivation, the sticking power to get it done, this cat's really holding on tight, and you're ready. You're all guns blazing, you're going for it. So this is a really good combo. And let's have a look at what your question's about and whether you're going to get it, and whether you have any blocks around it. So what your question means to you about what you're trying to manifest into your life. And for this, we have the World reversed. For me, that means that this is actually something really massive for you, like everything. At least internally, it means the world to you. And part of that is because it shows you that you are in tune with the universe, with your guides, with your spirit team, your higher self, and getting whatever it is that you're trying to manifest is also, it's almost like the proof of that, that you are where you think you are. So it's possible you even want this more for the proof than you want what you're trying to manifest. However, you also want that too. Like, subscribe, and comment if this is resonating. I'd love to grow this channel. So, what would the effect be on your life if you got what you're trying to manifest right now, straight away? And for this, we have the Queen of Pentacles reversed. What this says is having it right now would be largely the same as getting it later. However, having it right now means you'll have a slightly kind of cut down version of it. Almost like having it right now will put a limit on how much of it you can have. Like you're playing smaller than you should be, and you just need to take it like one step further, and that will change the outcome to something so much bigger. So this is probably why you haven't manifested it right now. Your higher self is going, yeah, but if you just wait, there's more, So this is probably what's going on with why you haven't manifested it right yet. So what is stopping you from manifesting this right now? And for that, we have the Star. And this tells me that it's about getting full and complete clarity on what you're wishing for. Seeing what you're wanting in every tiny possible way, no details left to chance. Right now, I kind of get the idea that you're missing a few details, which is why it's taking longer to get to you. So you want to really sit down and visualize exactly what you want with every possible tiny detail you can imagine. And that's going to help you manifest this much faster. So what do you need to do to move past this? And for this, we have the Ace of Wands. And this is basically saying, well, just do it. You're an action taker. Just get on and do it. And you have the motivation, you have the frequency to do it. So just shake out those fine, tiny little details that, this brought up to really hone in on exactly what you want, not just mostly what you want, but precisely. And basically, once you've got that, you're there. You have everything you need to manifest this. You just want a little bit more clarity on those details to make it come faster. So what new behavior will serve you around this going forwards? And for this, we have the Eight of Swords. What this is telling me is you need to stop worrying about blocks and your inability to do things. You have everything you need. You have the confidence. You just have to know it. It's purely a case of dotting your I's and crossing all your T's and just stepping up and doing it. Don't second guess yourself. You are a lot further than you realize. We're all manifesting perfectly all the time. This is what's so funny about manifestation. We're all absolute masters at it. The only reason people don't always instantly get what they want is their vibration and the lack of focus and the lack of details, and they lean into it. You have the vibration, you have the focus. You're going to work out what these tiny little details are so you can visualize it, and then you can just get on and do it. So when you work out these details and focus on it, you're going to jump to the timeline where you already have it, which is what manifestation is actually really about. So you are so close, so nearly there. It's the tiny little details, that's it. So this is your yes/no answer to your question. What will be the end result? If you do all this, sit down, get your details, and you do it and things, and the yes/no answer to your question. And for this, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So the short answer is yes to your question. The Knight of Pentacles is saying that you are going to get what you're wanting to manifest. You've been persistent, steadfast, solid in your process and focus. You've done everything you needed, including, getting these tiny little details. And the end result is you will get what you were after. And I have to say, if it's to do with finances, because of the citrine stone, what comes with it is going to be really solid and really good. Drop a like, subscribe, and comment if this resonated. If this reading for you, your question was about money, then I suggest checking the description below, and I will put a link to my pick a card reading about money questions so you can watch that next for more details. There's also in there a link to book a private reading with me if you'd like more clarity around what you're trying to manifest. I'm Karen from Soul Driven Tarot, and I'll see you in the next video. Welcome to the reading for pile 3. We have the Goldstone, and I love how this little flecks of, well, maybe gold, I'm not sure, in there. Goldstone is known as the Stone of Ambition because it boosts your drive and confidence and is essentially, that's the mindset you need to help you make all your dreams come true, regardless of how crazy and out there they are. This is the stone to help you do it. So again, seemed like a good one for a manifestation reading. For the significator, which this reading is based off the significator and this stone and that energy, because that's what you were looking at when you picked the piles. And for this, we have the Three of Wands. And what that says when it comes to manifestation is it shows you've got the drive and determination to get it done. You've already put the work in and you're confidently waiting for the results to show up while staying grounded in your power to ensure you keep that right mindset going forward while physical reality changes to bring in your manifestation. Or more to the point, that you jump to the timeline where you already have what you are wanting to manifest, since that's what actually happens in manifestation. So this is the energy that this reading is based around. So let's have a look. What are you wanting to manifest? What is this question you have? And what does it mean in your life? And for this, we have Temperance reversed. And Temperance reversed is saying to me that what you want is you think that what you're wanting to manifest is going to help you get your life back into balance. And without this, you feel like something's just off, things aren't flowing, they're just not working like you want. And all the needed pieces just aren't there. And the thing that you're wanting to manifest, you believe will fill that gap so that then you have all the right parts of your life. So it's like you believe that whatever it is you're wanting to bring into existence, if you will put your life back into balance. Like, subscribe, and comment if this is resonating, and help me grow the channel. It would be much appreciated. So what would be the effect on your life if you got this right now, right this second, if it arrived in your life? And for this, we have the Four of Pentacles. What this says to me is that it would make your life a lot more rigid, and you'd actually end up obsessing over the physical side of life, like money, health, career, etc., which would actually take you out of balance, weirdly enough. So there's obviously something that needs to change before getting whatever this is that you're wanting to manifest is going to not have this reaction. So we're going to have a look at these ones to work out what that is, because right now this isn't going to provide you what you are hoping in the way of getting you back into balance. So what is stopping you from getting this right now? And for this, we have the Five of Cups. What this says to me is you're focusing on the wrong things. you're looking at these 3 cups here, all the things that are basically wrong and keeping you out of this balance that you so desperately want. And you're completely ignoring these 2 back here. And these are the things that are actually giving you the effect you want and giving you that balance. And they're the stuff that's actually working in your life and helping you like move towards that balance. And you're currently ignoring them, not seeing them, just focused on this. So we need you focused on these things instead of like what's not working. And that is actually what's going on, because by focusing on what's wrong, you are energetically affirming that you don't have what you're trying to manifest. And what that does is push it further away, because you get what you focus on, and you are focused on not having it. So you get more of not having it. And that's what's going on. That's what's stopping you from manifesting this right now. So what you need to do is just turn around and look at these, look at what is working. So what do you need to do to move past this? And for this, we have the 6 of Pentacles reversed. And these 2 go very nicely together. It's basically saying you need to start remembering to be grateful for everything that is working in your life, like these 2 cups here. And instead of purely focusing on what you want to change, focus on the gratitude that, the universe is giving you stuff. It's moving you towards balance. It's given you a little lottery ticket in your pocket and so on. Focus on all of the things that are working and that you are grateful for, and focus on that gratitude, because that is the energy, the frequency that will attract you what you want, because you're being grateful for it and you're focusing on what you do have. So energetically, that is going to just basically pull more things towards you, because you're focused on having things. And so you'll get more of having things. And once you focus on what it is you have, you will pull that towards you. So instead of focusing on what you don't have, focus on what you do have and be grateful, really grateful for it. This practice of gratitude is massive in this case. So what new behavior will serve you better going forwards? And for this, we have the Queen of Wands reversed. And what that's saying to me is you need to work on being more of your true self. When you align more and more with your true vibration, the authentic you, you'll be able to attract what resonates with you faster and faster. And focusing on this gratitude is a great way to help you get there, because it helps you let go of lack. And lack is not a part of your authentic self in any way. So focus on this gratitude and you will move more towards your authentic self, which will in turn help you manifest whatever you want much faster. And if that's to get back into balance, it will help you manifest it. It may not be the way you think, but it will help you manifest whatever it is that you need to get to move closer to yourself. So, what is the answer to your question, the yes/no answer, as well as what happens if you do all this, if you start focusing on the gratitude instead of what you don't have, and you start moving towards, sort of what your higher self is, your true frequency, and you stay focused and use your power, what is going to happen? And for this, we have the Chariot. So the short answer to your yes/no question is yes. You will get whatever your question was about. The Chariot here is saying that you have the drive and the confidence to do this, to make your dreams come true, all these dreams up here. Even if you feel like you're being pulled in several directions to get there, you will sort through this and you will adjust what you need to adjust to successfully manifest what you're wanting in your life, or in this case, step into the timeline with you already having it. So this is really positive. Drop a like, subscribe, and comment if this resonated. I will also drop a link in the description below to my pick a card reading on what's coming next in your life. If you haven't already watched that, I suggest you watch that next. There's also a link to book a private reading in the description below if you want more clarity. I'm Karen from Soul Driven Tarot, and I'll see you in the next video.